It is. It's going live now. I've got
Is
the
it?
screen is flashing at me from everywhere.
People hear us.
People can hear you, yes.
That's
So
good.
you know what you were saying earlier?
Yeah. What about AK? Directive?
Did you think we need to mention it again?
I don't know. Perhaps, possibly.
Oh, hold on. Need to press the other button. Hello, good evening. Welcome to the live. Sorry, I've got things flashing on my screen, but I think it's all okay. Everyone just calm down just a moment. I'm trying. That's it. No, we are okay. It's all right. For some reason, yeah, it's all right. I was having a bit of a panic there, but YouTube seemed to have a think about it before we went live, but it's okay. Good evening. Welcome to the Flory Model / PM Model / Easter Extravaganza show. Here we are with you on the 3rd of April, 2021 for our evening show with Nathan and his quiz. Good evening, gentlemen.
The whole evening.
Yeah, it's not a whole evening of Nathan with his quiz, but
really slowly.
we'll string it out as much as possible with that one. But good evening to everybody. We trust you're all doing very well. Hopefully all the chats are doing well. Good evening to obviously everybody from the Flory family in chat as well. Hope you're all doing very well. Good evening obviously to the YouTube crowd. So give us a big woohoo. And good evening to, although I can't see it for some reason. Hold on. If I click that, I don't know. At some point we are live hopefully on Facebook. Probably. Although I can't see
Yeah,
it.
we are. 19 people watching.
Oh, there we go. Okay. For some reason. There we go. We'll mute that. That's all right. We are live on there as well. So a big thumbs up from everyone will be much appreciated. I think we're all doing well. Anyway, good evening to John, who's been very busy slaving away.
Yes. I've had to do my proper job today, I'm afraid.
Been doing his proper job around the back roads of Somerset.
Say proper job again, John.
Proper job.
Proper job. Have a pint of proper job. It's a drink in our part of the world. You can actually buy a pint of proper job. So anyway, good evening. Hope you're doing very well. So a little bit, well, to say, I don't know. When are we going to start the quiz? Around about, what are we going to do? About 8 o'clock start on that one, Nate, you reckon? About 8 o'clock we'll be starting our quiz. So make sure you got a pen and paper ready and all the rest of it. Please grab yourself a drink. I am on tonight some Hardy's, what are we on today? Shiraz. Very nice tipple of red. You guys got a drink tonight or you'll be in teetotal? Oh, look at them all grab a drink.
I've got a cup of tea.
Oh, look. John's on something cloudy, so I'm taking that cider of some description.
Sheppy's finest.
Sheppy's finest. And yes, the others are being good. The healthy side of the team, clearly. We trust you're all doing very well. People are saying, question for the quiz. All you need to do is we do a quiz. It's general knowledge. We always tend to do this when we do our live stuff during the day. In the evening, we have a little bit of a quiz for these things. So grab yourself pen and paper. It's 30 questions, I do believe, isn't it, Nate?
It's 30 plus 1 extra now.
Oh, right. Okay. 30 plus 1 questions. All you need to do, grab yourself a pen and paper. We do the quiz and it's literally just light-hearted fun. There's no prizes, no nothing. It is literally for fun and giggles. Or Shiraz and giggles, as you could say. So that's the plan for that one. Look at that. It's 3:30 a.m. in Korea. My word. Well done. You get the top prize for the one in the middle of the night.
Can I just point out no shouting out the questions in chat?
Yeah, don't shout out the questions in chat. We try and we'll do that afterwards when we come to it. Greg's asking you, John, how is the Sabre dog doing?
It's coming together.
Oh. Oh, look.
Perhaps. The wings are all glued up, ready to go on. So, yeah, it's progressing all right now.
I still made that back end go straight on.
It's mad, isn't it?
And it's a really lovely fit. And that's a natural panel line where the join is as well.
Yes.
But yeah, no, considering there's 4 parts to that, just that bit. And
So,
well,
John,
no filler really.
John, so tell everybody what you told us the other day of you know your progression of kits that you are going to be building for the next.
Oh yes, manufacturer choice.
I'm doing this one And then I've got the Kitty Hawk Sea Sprite to do for the Anzac Sig. And I was going to do the Edward reboxing of the Academy Flanker for the Africa one. But then I realised I've got that.
My God, so John's becoming a Kitty Hawk fanboy.
And it's got a South African scheme in it.
3 in a row.
Yeah, I'm going to go for 3 Kitty Hawk kits on the bounce.
Has it got a Brazilian? That's the question.
It has. And a tie.
There you go. Very nice. Well done,
Oh, yeah,
John.
just-
So let's face it, over the last, technically, month, we've actually become Revel fanboys and Kitty Hawk. Because John's doing that one. Obviously, I've just finished the Seahawk last month, and then Revel apparently have become the Dream Kit Manufacturer of the Year, all within the space of a
I'm
month.
doing Revel.
That's it. Andy's obviously doing the Arado there as well. So,
Who'd have thought?
who would have
be
thought?
surprised once the gripping's finished. Don't be surprised if you suddenly see a lot of modelling gear go up for sale.
It's going to be a big auction at the end of the year.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
I'll be
so
after
take
that.
your pick of what you want behind him.
Yeah, that's it. He'll be flogging them all off cheap. It'll be absolutely fine. Anyway, good evening as well to YouTube, Facebook land. There's a few people in. Normally we don't double stream and all the rest of it, but lots of you there. So good evening to Neil, to Martin, to Andy, to James, to Jerome. Lovely to have you guys down there. Do you have a distribution for France? No, but we may be having a one in Germany shortly. So I can't say too much at the moment because we're still working out the wrinkles, so to speak, of this. But hopefully shortly we'll be having a European distributor in Germany who then obviously will be able to handle France and everywhere in between as well. So
We
not
can
a problem with that
handle
one.
Yeah, we can ship
We
it
can
to
handle
France.
France.
Yes, and obviously PM Store can handle France as well and Germany and everywhere in between as well. So don't forget, you can get over with them. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
Are you all professional modelers? Well, technically, 3 of us do it full time. So he does, I do, and Andy is technically full time. The others are working on it.
To be fair, Nathan and John are more professional than us 3.
Well, yes.
Bills just yet, does it? And Andy's won an award though, so yeah.
Yeah, Andy has
Yeah,
won an
Yeah, Ben
award.
just mentioned that in
Yeah,
chat.
not that we like to go on about it, but he is an award-winning modeler.
Yeah, I got a rosette and everything.
He's got a rosette to prove it.
Yeah.
So yes, definitely. So I take it you're a little bit newer. Trust me, just go over to the Flory Model site. You'll see lots about us down in there. So yes, we have been doing it quite a while now as a full-time job. Amazingly, how we get paid to do this as a living is beyond us, but there you go. So anyway, very good. What we're going to have a quick do is have a quick spin round everywhere that's going on at the moment, just to refresh some of your memories. Don't forget, we still got the sale going on the actual Flory Models site. So if you go to florymodels.org/store, you can see that we got some various deals going on down in there for the sanders. Unfortunately, there's nothing on the washes we spoke about before. It's because we're quite limited stock, but there is on pigments and all the rest of it. We got down in there. And the PM store has currently got 10% off all kits that aren't in the specials area because they're separate as well. So you pick yourself a manufacturer of, I don't know, Kitty Hawk. Have we got any? There we go. Got a few things down in Kitty Hawk. So it's 10% off everything you see down in there as well. So grab yourself some bargains and everywhere in between. But say down in there. So if you go to the pmmodels.uk.com site, that's our retail site, you can go down in there and we've got everything. There's nothing off of the tools, sundries and all the rest of it. But if you are after your tools and accessories, obviously we do all of those as well. And apparently, so we might have mentioned once or twice earlier, we will have the entire of the OK range shortly. That may be in next week. So we might have mentioned it earlier on if you're watching us earlier, once or twice.
Yeah.
I think we've milked that one. But as far as we can go with that. So, yes, all good down in there. And then, obviously, we are part of this is a bit of the fun that's going on at the moment. So we also have, we'll just pick out some of these. Where are we? I've got to find the area. Let me just pop in here. The whole reason we're all here is for the Easter build. So if I just pop down to our Easter area in the forum, if I can find it, there we go. We've got lots of things going on down in here. So we've got various things. So again, I think the point was being missed somewhat by some of the guys in the chat earlier about why we do this. The whole point is we tend to pick out old kits and fun kits for Easter. It's just literally a 1 month fun build. So we pitched out some of the stuff from old Matchbox kits. Obviously, Revell have done a lot of reboxing of these over the years. So a great thing. Look at that. That's a brilliant diorama, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's got a proper one.
That's one of the better ones.
It is. I tell you, you know, we've been saying about this for a while. Airfix. I know you listen to us occasionally. Listen, that's what you need in your kits.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's exactly what we were talking about with them the other week. So, yes, but as I say, it's the whole point is it's supposed to be a little bit of fun. Is that you do a little, you know, a simple kit. So it may be something serious like these builds. That is very cool. Look how good that is. Lovely
Brilliant.
work.
Yeah.
You know, we do something like these, and then obviously we do the fun builds, the little toon builds, the egg planes, and everything else, just for the month of Easter as a little bit of a fun, and we do a live show in amongst it. That's looking very nice. Look at that.
Nothing
Ooh,
wrong with that, is there?
wow. Beautiful shirt. And the whole point is that yes, these aren't modern kits, these are old kits, but the whole point is you just have fun doing it. Let's face it, how many times do we all build kits and we take them far too seriously and we pull our hair out and, you know, curse at the manufacturer and all the rest of it? But these are supposed to be generally a bit of fun. You know, you do it for a month, it doesn't really matter how it turns out, and we just try and put our modern modelling skills into these old classic kits and see how they turn out. And that, look at that. How good is that?
Out really well, isn't it?
Now,
Yeah.
would have that has come
Yeah,
out as
very-
good when you were 8 years old?
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow, I love that build. That's brilliant.
That's really nice. Good job on that one. I didn't even see who did
Did
it.
you
Who
use the
did that?
Flory wash
Gordon.
for the,
Well done, Gordon.
Did you use the Flory wash for the
I think he
cement?
did. Yes. Well, he
Very
has to. It's like, you know, part of everything we're doing. Oh, look, Challenger one. It's a bit more of a modern one, this one, wasn't it? No, apparently not. Look at the base on that one.
It was the last of, I think, before they went
Yeah.
bust.
Oh, was it?
I think so. One of the last of the armour kits. It's not bad, though, is it?
I was going to say, it's actually a really nice kit, isn't it?
Yeah.
And again, we often talk about, obviously, Revell do the reboxes of a lot of the Matchbox stuff. But as I say, some of it was good stuff.
See why, can't you now?
Yeah.
Little builds.
Good job. Anyway, there's loads of these going on at the moment. We'll probably hopefully have a look around at the end. Got to look at this one because I like the privateer. Classic.
It's no classic, that one.
It was proper
Yeah.
classic. That was. Look
That's
at
it.
the nice plastic.
Oh, nice blue.
That is the only one as well.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
We've discussed this before. The privateer got completely overlooked by everyone apart from Matchbox.
Yeah.
It's got the nice ball turret on the front. I remember giving this a go when I was about 10. So look at the aftermarket getting involved with this.
I mean, no pressure.
Yeah, that's it. So, hold on, let's have a zip down.
Well, nobody else has ever tackled it.
Yeah, I know, strange, because, yeah.
Maybe this one was so good they thought they didn't need to.
Can't top it.
Is this where it had an airliner version?
I was about to say, is that an airliner version?
I don't know. Is that why it has the separate bulged windows for the back? They did an airliner version.
I don't think they did, but I don't know. Could be.
They'll never rebox this.
Yes, Revell did, yeah, and they fetched silly money again.
Do they?
Yeah, really good money if you can find one. Because it's the only one, isn't it? There's nothing to.
No, there's nothing at all.
Nothing
Yeah.
else. That's,
Is he rescribing it all?
Yeah, he is rescribing the lot.
go for
But
it.
again, this is a classic example when people are talking about why would you bother? You have to because it's the only one. So if you want to break it up to speed and bring it up,
Hey, look,
there you go. So we can't do it now because of copyright problems. We'll get stung. But
Yeah.
yes, there we go.
like a stretched
Yeah.
liberator, isn't it, really?
Do you know what? I was just looking at that thinking it looks just like a Liberator, doesn't it?
Well,
Yeah.
With
yeah.
the bomb bays and the way it all is and right the way through. But yeah, you can understand the thing between them all. So yes. Anyway, great everyone doing a fantastic job. Don't forget, carry on with those. You've got a couple more weeks to get those completed as we make our way through. So yes, good job. Hello from Doncaster. There you go.
Hello, Doncaster.
That's Doncaster calling.
Yeah.
So yes. So I'm just seeing here.
Yeah. So that's just put Rebel will re-release that privateer for 50 quid. Probably.
Probably. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the trouble. Unfortunately, you do get the odd little thing. What were we just saying? We just covered that one. Jerome, is that directed at me? I don't understand what it is. Okay, so yes. Very good. Sorry, we've got chats coming in from absolutely everywhere. So yes, a 164th scale B-17G. Whose kit's that? Who does a 164th scale B-17G?
That's like old Revell and stuff. They did them weirdy.
Nice, yeah.
Lindenberg and all that sort of stuff. They did all odd scales to begin with, didn't they? Before it all sort of got
standardized.
Standardized, yeah, that's the word.
Oh, Lindenberg. Oh, right, okay.
There you go. Yeah.
Yes.
164.
But how do they ever get to that measurement?
I was going to say, I wonder why that never caught on.
Yeah.
It's the old box scale, and they used to scale it to fit the box.
Fit box, yeah.
So they also have all sorts of different scales back in those days, didn't they?
And nowadays they just do one big box fits all, isn't it? So some kits, as we know, literally it's in the corner of the box rattling around. In other ones, they wedge them into fit. So box scale, there we go. So
Lone Star models.
Yes, apparently there's an HE11 in the same scale. Jesus. Sorry, HE111 it should be. Oh, right, okay.
Frog used to do 196 for their big stuff, didn't they?
Yeah.
Here's one, like Lone Star models, consolidated privateer, 148 scale, in resin, white metal and vac form. Decals included for experienced modelers.
That's code for crap.
Yes. That's code for like when Revell reboxed the old Frog Shackleton, wasn't it? And they put in an apology slip.
Yeah.
We apologise, this isn't up to our normal standard, but it's the only one available as it was back in the day. So yeah, to put an apology back in your thing. Oh, there you go. Actually, Ralph makes a good point. 64th scale is obviously half scale to 1/32.
Yeah.
So I get that now.
This privateer kit's due out this year. It's a new one. It's not a. I thought it was an old sort of one you can't get no more proper disc, but it's not 2021 release.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
In back form.
No, it's resin. It's a resin kit with white metal and
no, it's not. White metal and vac form, it says.
Yeah, but is the vac form the actual kit, or is it
resin, white metal and vac form? So it's got resin interior. Well, white metal probably.
It'd be white metal props and legs, yeah.
And vac form
body and wings.
Yeah.
Nice to see the old vac form lives on in the CAD era.
Plastic Modeler says, don't mock the Revell shack fill. I built it and it's doable. Why would you want to when you could do the new versions? That's the thing. Let's face it. Some kits belong to be in history. So, yes.
Yeah.
You know, don't get me wrong. I'm all for giving things a go because they're like the one and only of. But the bit where there's other versions available, it's time to think, do you know what? We're going to retire that kit and move on. So,
the problem is the MR3 hasn't been out that long, though, has it?
No.
Which is a Frog one. It's only been like 2 years, is it now? It's been out.
Yeah, but that's time where we let that kit rest in pieces.
Yeah.
In a box rather than try and put it together. So
recycle them all.
So
put them in a museum.
Yeah. And again, with the Frog kits like it, we were saying about sometimes they have done some gems, other times they've been a little bit. So, but again, it goes with everything, doesn't it? Have you tried Stardust Go Chrome as it's an alternative to Molotov Chrome paint? I have tried the Stardust stuff a long time ago, but again, it's a pigment, isn't it? That's the trouble, and it's messy as hell. So, yeah.
I've never heard of it. It sounds like.
Yeah, it's basically the... Somebody else does something very similar. Yeah, there you go. Oh, there you go. Have you ever used it, Andy?
No, this is just normal pigments, not the chrome stuff that you're talking about.
Oh, right. But
I imagine it's probably the same as the same as that one, isn't it?
I would assume so. It's yeah. Oh, that's yeah. To be honest, that's what I was going to say. The Ushi stuff.
Yeah.
So rub and buff, wasn't that the old way?
Stardust is by CMK.
Oh right, okay. I just know it's a messy thing.
Oh yeah.
Rub and buff was the O2 metal paste, wasn't it?
Yeah, well that's what Thingy redid, wasn't it? It's wax based, that one. The old rub and buff, wasn't it?
Does it?
Messy as hell. It's the gift that keeps giving, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like buffables, isn't it?
Oh, apparently said no, it's an airbrush paint. But does it do a proper mirror chrome? That's the thing. You know? I like the thing with the actual Molotovs where you just paint it on, literally, and it's just done in one pass, and that's it. So... Alvin Stardust. Crikey. Right, let me just flick between here. Okay, Jerome, I'll have a look at that later. Have a happy Easter as well. Hello from York. There you go. Bit north of Matt.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm hoping to go up to the train museum some point when it becomes normal life again and you can move.
Oh, yeah?
I've been given my orders. That's all I'm saying.
It's quite good, the train museum in York.
I like the train museum.
Well, there you go. Do you fancy a trip out? We're all going to the train museum.
Yeah.
There you go.
Just
We're
near
having
it, you've got an upside down alien spaceship. It looks like a alien. It's a tower block, but it looks like it's upside down, and aliens have planted it there. It's a rather weird looking thing.
It is York.
It is up north, yeah, true.
Well, yeah, everything's normal up there.
Yeah, it's a good train museum. It's all right.
Yeah.
Well, it'd be nice when we can get out and go back to museums and everything. Let's face it, we've got a backlog of places we need to go to. So,
Yeah, just a little bit.
yeah, we could probably spend all of the rest of this year going to places every single week.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
Hello from Pontefract.
Oh, that's not far away either.
What's this with loads of Yorkshire?
Yeah, that's it. It's the Yorkshire contingent.
It's where the Haribo factory is in Pontefract.
Oh, is it? Oh, I need to go there.
It's another one on his list.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Apparently, Will says that Alvin Stardust went to the same school as him. There you go, you see. It's a small world. Very good. Right, everyone out in our chat? Yeah, look, the Yorkshire contingent are clearly with Alex and Chris.
I'm waiting for the white roses to pop up on people's little pictures.
I did like that little meme I had with that little canal boat across the thing, taking the mick out of the Suez thing, saying it was full of flat caps and whippets.
Yeah.
And they were saying that, you know, it's caused a massive, like, £2.37 worth of, you know, lost industry since it's been stuck there. I did enjoy that one. Yeah, People's Republic of Property. Oh, my Lord. Now they're off. Yorkshire puddings, I know. Cool. Very good. Oh, look, Harrogate's in as well. Look, we're all in now.
That's the posh bit.
Has Matt started his BO105? He has. Go on, show me your BO105. It's right behind you, isn't it? Your par. Your par. Get your par out. See your par.
It's the same as it's been for...
Well, we know. We like to see how much dust is on top of it now. It looks like he's primed it. He hasn't. It's dust.
Look. He's just ready for paint. I'm gearing myself up for
Bracing himself.
all the masking and painting.
I'm pretty sure AK do those colours, Matt. I think you'll be all right.
Yeah, AK do them, you'll be fine.
Do you know what? Right, just to I don't even know what it is to even things out. I've actually got the attacker paint set for it.
Oh, well, there you go.
I don't know actually what I've done with them. There was in here, I'm sure there was. I might have put them away. But yes, that's I might do it. Look, showing them. I've even dug this out, and I don't even do planes. I'm just sticking the site and looking at it behind myself.
You're gonna have to finish that now. We've been on about it for the last over a year. You did that before lockdown.
Oh, this has been on the go for ages, hasn't it? It's just, don't know. I lost interest, but we'll see.
Roland in chat has said, "Hi Phil, saw you talking about resin glue from Tamir. Can't find it. Can you show the bottle on screen, please?"
White top.
Contains resin, doesn't it? It's
Yeah, these aren't hot action. That's the thing. It's not like a weld action glue. It's resin.
Yeah. It's just called Tamir.
Where's yours from, Lee? Hey, where's yours from?
Newark Air Museum.
Oh, I have a complaint. I cut myself on this bottle. Can I claim?
Yeah, definitely. There's blame.
It had a shard of glass in the label.
Did it?
It did, and I cut myself on that, so I'm going to claim a certain company who may have supplied it.
Oh,
is
yeah,
that one
right.
of the cheap ones we've got, Matt?
It may have been, yeah.
It's no to do with us, Andy. Nothing at all.
Jerry's saying about Devon's represented. There's at least 3 of us. That's it, us Devonians. We've all got to stick together. It keeps the Cornish in their place. Oh, Dutch. Obviously, my other half's Cornish, so it's brave to say that.
Down at the bottom.
Yes. We got
white. Has anyone ever had white cloudy? I've got white cloudy.
Hey, Nath, I was just about to say it. Look, I hope you see mine. Mine's cloudy.
Mine's gone cloudy.
Mine's got a little bit of cloud in there.
Yeah.
Yes, mine has as well. Never noticed that before.
Yeah, that's the resin goodness. You get little bits. It looks like it's just hung in there, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, the little wafty things. Yeah.
It's quite a lot in there because I think this bottle goes back a bit.
I can say, when was the last time you visited Newark Air Museum?
I think whenever this is pre-PM days, obviously.
Newark. Last time I was there with you lot, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was the Vulcan was flying when we last went to Newark, I think.
I noticed when Matt was building his that's what you're doing now into the truck, that he hasn't changed his brush over and got the big
This
Hold
one's
on.
got
To be honest, last time I was at Newark was when Andy was in hospital having a heart attack.
It
You
was.
remember we left him in hospital and went to the museum because it was more interesting.
It was when the World Cup was on.
It
England
was.
playing.
supposed to go out for a meal and I couldn't go and
We left him in
Yeah.
hospital and left. But yeah, no, it was. The World Cup was on because I drove home when the World Cup was on, and it was literally like a ghost town for 2 hours. There was no traffic on the roads whatsoever.
I spent a week sitting in hospital bed watching on my iPad.
It was I think it was the Trinidad and Tobago game, a proper nothing game when we went to Newark, so we weren't bothered about missing it really because it was red hot though. It was boiling.
Oh god, it was hot that day. Do you remember? We got back to the car from Newark, and I think Leslie had been the smart one and had a load of water in a cool bag or something because mine in my car was actually like almost making tea from it. It had gone red hot, and she said, "Do you want a cold one?" It's like, God, yeah. So. Right, couple of questions. What is the best SU-27 model? Comrade Buller, what would you recommend? Depends on your scale. Hold on. Jonathan, what scale? 48th, 35th, 32nd even, or 72nd?
72nd probably Zvezda.
Yes.
48th.
What about the trumpeter ones?
Kitty Hawk all day 48, isn't it?
Kitty Hawk.
Hobby Boss.
Yeah, Hobby Boss.
48. Okay, 48 scale. He wants to know 48th.
Great Wall Hobbyists starting them, aren't they? They got a 2-seater coming out, haven't they?
Apparently, Minibase are doing the entire flanker family. They're doing the JF, whatever it is, the Chinese version of it.
But probably Hobby Boss,
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah. And for a nice, straightforward build as well, Hobby Boss, yeah.
Straightforward build.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd say Hobby Boss 48 scale.
Yeah, the Academy one, to be honest, is very, very long in the tooth now. That kit is now 20 plus years old, and it's got a few problems, and it's very basic. Yeah.
The Kitty Hawk's a bit funny around the front end, isn't it? And the Kitty Hawk Kinetic, which one? What's the other one? Kitty Hawk Kinetic.
Kitty Hawk.
Kitty Hawk, yeah,
the
it's a
one-
bit weird around
yeah.
the front end, isn't it? So the way the intake is and everything, but
To be honest, as well, the nice thing about the Hobby Boss ones is that it's very straightforward.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a complicated
Yeah,
build.
nice
It's a
and easy.
straightforward, get it done build, rather than some of the other ones which can be a little bit finicky.
go on, just there.
There you go. Yes, Kinetic are apparently releasing a Fiat G91, which is funny to release it, isn't it, on April the 1st? Because there's one thing you don't do is do a release on April the 1st, but then we'll let them off because they're in Hong Kong. So perhaps they didn't twig.
And no one's then quite sure though, are they, until it actually
Yeah.
comes out whether it's real or not.
And they
Nathan's excited.
Because I'm
They-
still waiting for the 124th Beaufighter to come out. And I'll be
And for
disappointed.
Airflix to start.
Yeah. Airflix.
Yeah.
what was the other price? Well, 148 scale MI28 from
Yes.
Westa.
Yeah, from Wesda. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, hold on. Let's put this right. The Hobby Boss kit isn't like the Academy kit. It's just more of a straightforward build, as in that you don't have any problems with it. It will go together. It's not going to be as, highly detailed perhaps as other manufacturers. There you go, have got it. But it's all there. You've got everything you need straight out of the box. But I wouldn't say it's the same as the Academy kit, because the Academy kit literally is two halves go together, very basic cockpit. Because back in the day, I built a couple of the Academy ones, and obviously I had a Neo Mega cockpit. You used to have a resin new nose for it because it was wrong. There you go. John's got it there.
That's
So that's the
one.
Academy kit in there. Yeah,
Yeah, that's the fuselage on it.
it's a big old lump. It's a big bird.
Yeah.
Huge, isn't it?
But yeah, it's got horrible seam there at the back.
They say the nose isn't quite flanker-esh either. You can get a replacement
No.
resin nose for it as well if you want to go down that route.
It is a difficult plane to get right in model form, I think. The shape of it.
Yeah. So yes, cool. Who makes the best Blue Angels blue paint?
Tested.
Who?
Tested.
Tested. Can you still get that?
I've no idea, but they did Blue Angels blue. I
Do
don't know
AK do one?
I was to say, do AK do it?
Gonna say that.
No.
Model Master is getting Graham and the Foreign reckons Model Master do it.
Do they?
Two votes for Model Master.
Okay, so Model Master, which will be the enamel one, won't it? If it's Model Master or a Model Master acrylic, they do both, don't they?
Yeah, Graham and John have shouted out for Model Master.
What about extra acrylic? Don't they do it?
Yeah, they're all paint.
Luckily, I don't think they actually do a Blue Angels blue. They've dodged that bullet.
It's liquid.
Cool.
Oh.
Right,
Shall we
shall
do
we
the
start
quiz?
with the quizzy then?
Quiz night.
Quiz, come on.
Right, so everyone, grab your pens and paper. There's 30 questions. Some of them are multiple choice. I don't know these. I haven't been briefed on it yet. So this is all new to me as well. So what we're going to do, please don't shout out the answers in the chat. I know we do. You can put joke ones in by all means, because that's what we all do. But literally, just save the real answers for when we do the follow-up. because then after we've done all the questions, we'll have a quick chat, and then obviously we'll do the proper answers right the way through, and then you can shout out your scores at the end of it, okay? So,
Yes.
right, good to go, Dave. Over to you. I will give you control.
Got it. Just takes me. It's not very professional, this bit. Here we go. Right, are we ready?
Yes.
Right, you just need to get rid of the little bit.
Oh yeah. Sorry, press a little.
That's it.
Gone. Right. Okay. So there is. It comes in sections. They're all a little bit random. Obviously.
Right, hold on. Will's pouring his beer.
Oh, okay.
No, go on.
Keith's watching us on Facebook.
How quick is everybody's Google skills? Here we go. So the first round is on Easter.
Right.
You've been studying the Bible. No,
Chocolate.
So question 1. What's that?
Oh.
I think some people are going to get this straight away, and everyone who's not Australian will go, so there you go. There's a clue. Question number 2. Which governor of the Roman province of Judea presided over the trial of Jesus? Anyone that's got kids in plays will know that one.
Okay.
Question 3.
Monty Python.
What century did Fry's first release a chocolate egg? And apparently they're the first company to do proper chocolate eggs.
Oh.
But what century did they first release a chocolate egg?
I had a Fry's Turkish Delight last night.
Well, hold on.
Hold on, slow down, Dave. People
Century.
need time to Wikipedia this. Yeah, go on.
Okay. In which city was the Good Friday Agreement signed in 1998? Which feels like a long time ago now.
It does now, yeah.
So which city was the Good Friday Agreement signed? Question 5. This one will make you feel old. The little girl in Harry Potter was born in 1990, which makes her 31.
Christ.
Which is frightening, isn't it?
God, what's the name?
God, I can't think of her real name. Do I get half a point for her act what she played?
Half a point for the character's name then, as long as you can pronounce it properly. Okay, so
Certainly can't spell it.
But doesn't that make you feel old when the little girl in Harry Potter's 31? Right.
I've never watched the films.
It was on last night, wasn't it?
Yeah, they've been playing them, haven't they?
Yeah.
So round 2's for the geography enthusiasts.
Oh, great.
So we've got an African group build coming up, so I thought I had to put a little bit of an African theme in. So these, I'm just going to put some cities up, and you just need to write down whether it's in East or West Africa. So question 6, Lagos. Question 7, Dar es Salaam.
Ooh.
Well, you said
Ant
these were
was
easy.
born near there.
Why do we put Nathan in charge of the quizzes?
Because he's a teacher.
Exactly.
Do you honestly think I'm going to trust Andy with this?
At least it'll be easy.
Next city, next one, Addis Ababa.
There's too many A's in that.
Yeah, I'd say that one's about a few.
Tonight.
Question 9 is Rabat.
Oh, that's going to annoy me.
It's 50-50, isn't it? So you got a
Yeah,
good
I was
chance.
going to say, you got half a chance at this.
So it's either east or west. And the last one in this section is Dakar.
Oh. Oh, my God.
Everybody knows the rally, but where's Dakar?
North.
One of them, right?
Okay, so there you go. That's the end of the geography round.
Good God for that.
Right, next section is a bit random. This is my granddad, so I thought I'd build some questions around my granddad's war service. So his uniform is a bit of a clue. And that was taken in India in 1944, so that's your last clue. So my granddad was first stationed at the Johor Coastal Gun Battery, but which country was that in?
What, now or then?
This country has not changed its name from
Oh,
then.
okay. Just checking. No,
You mean it's not England?
Wouldn't fancy dropping that on your toe, would you?
No.
So the Johor Gun Battery is in which country? He escaped from this country on what he called a banana boat to Ceylon, but what country is now, what do we call Ceylon now? And when you look on a map, it's a flipping long way from where he escaped. So, don't know how he did it. So what country is Ceylon now known as? Question 13. After escaping the Japanese, they sent him back in to fight them, and he was in which country was the Irrawaddy bridgehead established by the 19th Indian Division during World War II? So despite my granddad being born in Lancashire, he was part of the Indian 19th Division. So where was the Irrawaddy bridgehead? This country has changed its name, so I will accept either. Okay.
Oh, God. Right.
Moving on, but still in the same theatre. On the Thai-Burma Railway, what is Bridge 277 better known as?
Bridge too far.
That's a lot of bridges if they got up to 277.
It is, isn't it?
And last question for this section, nothing directly to do with my granddad now. On which ship was the Japanese instrument of surrender signed? And there's a picture of said ship.
I've been on it.
Doesn't really give it away much, that picture, does it? But there you go. I love his top hat. They know how to dress, didn't they?
Have you heard the story that they was only allowing the soldiers to be around on the deck, which were all over 6 foot, to make the Japanese look shorter than they were?
Really?
It was true. It was. All the soldiers who were on deck at that time were all over 6 foot, just to intimidate the Japanese even further, as if they needed it.
Oh, that's a little clever bit of propaganda then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, I've forgotten what the next round is now, but the next round is Fokker or Blosh.
Oh.
This is a picture quiz. I'm going to show you 5 aircraft and they're either a Fokker or a Blosh. You ready?
Right. Yeah. No.
So, question 16, Fokker or Blosh?
Oh, I'm going to go with, because it's got FOK on the side.
Bit of a clue. Give it away. Don't you?
You might have wanted to blur that bit out.
I thought I'd give you a fighting chance with at least one of them. Bonus point if you know what it is. Again, if you can read, you've got a fairly good chance of getting that bonus point. Okay, 17. And that's American markings.
Yes, I was just about to say that. Isn't that, yeah.
I bet not many of them left in museums.
No.
Question 18.
Ooh.
Is our bomber specialist on the chat right now?
As I say,
Nigel,
is
on
it
the
French?
ills, that.
Question 19. Is that one?
What the hell is that?
It's a kite.
Now that city is a very, very excellent holiday destination, but I'm not going to tell you the name of the city because it'll make it too easy. So the church is probably as much of a clue. And then the last one in this section, question 20, is that one. Not so easy as the first one, eh?
No.
I know, special lobbies built that, ain't there?
I think not even Special Lobby have done this one. Okay. Next round is, I think, a little bit of political history. Who met Arafat? So, Yasser Arafat has met lots of people in his long political career. Who's that? With Yasser Arafat. No points for Yasser Arafat.
Oh God, I can't think of his.
God, nor can I. I know who he is, but I can't think of his name now.
I know it
It's
is.
a good it's politics of like the 80s.
Oh.
Right.
Can you put down what his job
Morgan
is?
Freeman, innit?
Yeah, can I put his job title down?
Put Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman.
Oh, what was his name?
Jesus, I know. Oh, I can't think of his
You're
name.
going to kick yourself when you learn of it.
I know. Carry
Oh,
on.
I've just remembered.
I know exactly who he
Yes.
is, but I can't think what his name is.
I
Half
can.
a point for who he works for then.
Yeah, I've got
22.
it. He's all right. Forget it now. I've just remembered his name.
Who's that one? No points for Bill Clinton.
It's
Mr.
Mr.
McWhitty.
Burns.
Mr. McWhitty.
Really? God, I hope I pronounce his name right in the answers. Okay, give that for a second.
I don't remember that far back.
Twin.
Is that Monica Lewinsky I can see down by the...
What, kneeling down?
She's hiding behind the tree. Question 23 is the fella on the left.
I was going to say, can't we have the one in the middle?
That is, oh my God, can you imagine?
I tell you
being
what,
that
he did
rude?
meet a few people, didn't he?
Yeah.
He did get around a bit,
Yeah,
yeah.
but they're all a bit dodgy, including Bill
he's got-
Clinton.
He's got some air miles.
So he must have got a few gifts off the air miles. Next one coming up, bit of a clue in the flags, I think, in the background. 24. Easy one for us, hopefully.
Do I like peas?
And number 25.
You should have done him in grey. Him
I
just
should
a
have
black
done
and white
that.
photo.
This is quite a hard one, this one. Because he doesn't look like him.
I was going to say, I must admit, you had me on that one.
I had to look at this a couple of times and think, is it really him? But there you go. Matching jackets almost.
He's
Yeah.
got a safari jacket.
Mm.
Perhaps we're on safari.
Yeah.
It was always... There we go. So the last round is just general knowledge. Put you out your misery soon. So question 26. On April Fool's Day, Spitfire threw its last operational sortie with the RAF in Malaya. What was the year? And it was
Christ, if it was in the RAF, it could have been last year, knowing us.
It was a photo reconnaissance mission.
I rest my case.
Pilot sticking an SLR out the window.
Yeah.
Question 27. Who lived at Bag End? Fictional character, not literal.
Oh, God.
Question 28. Who would traditionally meet a sticky end at Execution Dock in Wapping?
Is she a lady of the night?
Dock at Wapping.
Oh.
Question 29. Name the pharaoh portrayed with his wife.
Oh, God. Quick.
How do you pronounce that?
Tabs! Quick!
So that's Ankhsenamun on the right and Pharaoh someone or other. No,
Oh, glad, if you've said him,
Wait.
I know who she is now.
I'm not saying anything like that because I reckon my computer will start floating.
That's all right. Now you've said that, by putting him, I've now got her. My other half will be proud.
Question 30. Some of you are probably feeling like this. Who painted this? What's the artist's name? All my daughter's drawings look like this at the moment when she draws faces. And the bonus question, so, is what is 53 years old today?
I know it.
Hey!
Right, do you want to do the answers in a little bit or straight away?
I don't mind. Whichever you guys want to. Since we got the screen up, we'll go now if you want.
I reckon the answers.
Yeah.
Let me just find the thingy-mabob. Answers are going to be... Oh. Okay.
Oh, look. Hey, up, that was what's her face?
It is. She was brilliant in that.
It's
I
Blister.
thought
It's the best Star Wars film of them all.
I thought that was the best one.
Yeah, I do. I think that's the best one.
Yeah, I'd go with that as well.
Is that a question?
It is the best.
Right, so same questions are going to come up again with the answers. We're going to...
Do you want to cross out the little bit, Nath? That's it.
Yeah. Right, so that is an Easter bilby.
Oh,
Oh, it's not a wombat.
it's not a shrew.
No, wombat.
Apple shrew.
You can- So that's a marsupial. Apparently in Australia, thank my wife for this one. In Australia, it's given as a sort of as a version of the Easter egg. Sort of.
Oh,
Bilby.
right, okay.
So they don't have bunnies over there. They have bilbies.
Bilbies, yeah.
Oh right, okay.
Marsupial. So marsupial. Question 2 is Pontius Pilate.
Hold on, we've still
Spell it,
got.
but
Oh
it's
yeah,
not.
that's it. There you go. I got that.
I got
A
that
bit of a
part.
nod to Easter.
Yeah.
It was the 19th century or the
Yeah.
1800s.
Hey,
The Chucky Eggs.
that's it.
Belfast.
Yep, I'm on a roll.
Oh, it's the only bit of Ireland I've ever been to. I think I need to work harder on visiting Ireland. That's
Emma
Emma
Watson.
Watson.
Yay.
Do I get Hermione as a half point?
Go on.
Was that a yes or a no?
Yeah, you can have half a point for the
That's
character.
it. Me and Andy, we're all right. Do we get a point between us?
You can split it. Right, this is quite hard actually. Like Africa. Right, okay. So Lagos is
West.
Yes.
is Nigeria. So that's West Africa. It's covering
Yeah.
it.
I did
Yeah.
all of that.
There. Dar es Salaam is in Tanzania. So that's the east of
Yeah.
Africa. Addis Ababa is in the east. That's
Yeah.
Ethiopia.
Yeah, got that.
Rabat is
Yeah.
in Morocco. So that's
Yeah, got
west.
Oh, look.
And Dakar,
Yes, look at that. Full house.
Yes.
Senegal. There we go. Number 11 is Singapore.
Mm.
So the Johor coastal batteries are in Singapore.
No, I've got that wrong.
I did.
Me too.
So Jersey doesn't count.
Yeah, my granddad escaped Singapore.
Especially when you said he then swam to wherever it was. I was like, yeah, I think I'm wrong there.
I don't know how he did it. He never talked about the war, but he got out of Singapore somehow.
Sri
And
Lanka.
then Sri Lanka is now known as, well, Ceylon is now known as Sri Lanka.
Got that one.
And
Burma. Yay.
Yeah.
Myanmar! Yay!
Burma.
Yes.
River Kwai. Yay.
Right.
Yay.
Is the USS Missouri.
Yes.
Yay!
Yay. And you've got full house for once.
Right, into the Fockers now.
Right, this is the one that's going to
Well,
cause some arguments, right?
I think I've got the first one right.
Fokker D1, so 2 points if you knew it as a D1.
Yeah.
Even though it says
Even though it's
D1
written on the side of it, it's fine.
There's on the side of it.
Right, so that's a Fokker.
That's a block.
That's a Fokker XB8.
I
No,
thought that was a block.
I
wrong.
got that wrong.
I got
Technically
that as a
speaking, it's
bloss.
a Fokker Atlantic, but we're close enough. That's a Blosh
That's a
131.
Yeah, I've
That
got
was
that.
a flop.
That's a funky looking aeroplane, isn't it?
Mm.
That's a Fokker Spin.
Wow.
It did.
I bet it did, yeah, straight into the ground.
This is the city of Harlem in the background, which is a really nice place to go on your olliebobs
Mm.
when you can. That's a Blosh 170.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I've got that as a Fokker.
I've put that as a Fokker as well.
Yeah.
That would be a pretty cool. That's lovely kit. Right, question 21.
Oh, here we go.
These are very
That's
good.
Kofi Annan.
Kofi Annan.
Was it? I thought it was Ban Ki-moon. Wrong one.
So you can have half a point for any mention of the United Nations Secretary General, wasn't it?
Half a point for that.
Yeah. Next one was Yitzhak Rabin,
No, I must admit I didn't get that.
Israeli Prime Minister. Prime Minister.
I knew it
Yeah,
was.
I knew he was. I just didn't know his name.
So half a point for Israeli Prime Minister. Who's next? That's Hosni Mubarak from Egypt.
Oh,
Is it?
Yeah.
No.
it's not him from Syria then. Wrong one.
Do you know what? He kind of met a sticky end, but not as bad as the one in the middle.
Yes.
John Major, Prime Minister of
Who's he?
Great Britain. Do you remember him? Oh.
Yeah, got that one right.
Yes. We have some
Prime
peas,
Minister of
love.
Great Britain. 25 was Gaddafi.
Hey.
Is that Gaddafi in there? Oh, I didn't see that.
I properly had to double look at that. Is that really Gaddafi?
Is that Gaddafi? I must admit, I didn't see that.
He met a sticky end as well, actually, didn't he? So
I thought it was Borat.
I think Borat's probably styled after him. Right, final round. We've got question 26. 1954.
Yeah, it's got that right.
Oh, I got 56.
Oh,
You can have half a point if you're 1 year out there. Right, question. Right, okay.
Bilbo Baggins! I can't believe I've got that right. I really have. I've actually put Frodo. But I can't believe I've got that right.
28.
I put Winnie the Pooh.
Baggins.
Pirates, mutineers, smugglers, or buccaneers would meet a sticky end.
I put pirates.
Execution.
Pirates.
Oh,
There you go.
yeah, I suppose that makes a lot of sense when you think about it, when it's got dock in the word.
Yeah.
That was Tutankhamun
No, I put Ramses.
with his walking stick. That's Edvard Munch.
Oh, no.
Scream.
So it's not Banksy then?
Do you
It's
get
not
anything for Scream then?
Hey?
That's the Scream.
Yeah, the
the
Do you get anything
Scream.
for the Do you get anything for Scream?
I'll give you half a point for naming the painting again. And then the bonus question, I haven't got the answer for that. Who was it, Phil?
It's 2001, A Space Odyssey. It's 53 years old today.
Yeah. So I shall surrender power of the Scream.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
I
hold
got
on.
that.
Hold on, let me clip over
Okay, right.
into
Who's
5
got
mode.
that?
Right, counting up the scores on the doors are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Oh,
8,
rubbish.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15,
I've got 20.
16, 17 and a
I got
half.
17 and a half.
I got 17 and a half.
I'm 17 and a half. So there you go, guys. Post up your scores. What did you all get?
Lots of teams.
Did
28
we all
out
get
of 30,
17 off
Robbie,
and John got
blimey.
20?
Yeah,
Anyone who doesn't
27.5 for Jerry. Well done, Jerry. That's very impressive.
You got
40.
40.
42.
Oh, Tony got 40.
1.5. 23.
So
15.
23 Martin.
Not bad.
Kofi Annan, where was he from?
He was the United Nations Secretary General, but don't ask me which country he was born in.
Didn't Ban Ki-moon take over from him?
Yeah, it was one before the one that's now, wasn't it?
Who's the Secretary General now?
I don't know. Dave got 26. Well done. That's excellent. But yes. Anyway, big thank you. Round of applause, please, for Nathan for putting that together. Well done, mate. Fantastic as always. Good job.
Garner, apparently.
Nice.
Very good.
Right, we need to top up now. Because if this bottle doesn't empty, I'm not on form.
I'm not being fair. I think we need to go back to school.
Yes, I do. Yes.
Boutros Ghali.
Nathan said they were easier.
Yes, I was told they were easier this time, but
But there's no questions about the Tudor Navy.
well, yeah.
Well,
I was very tempted to put one of the questions that they've put on the new £50 note. It's full of riddles when you get one. Because they've
right.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
What's the chance of us getting a £50 note?
Yeah, I was going to say, none of us are likely to see a £50 note.
Because they've put Turing on it. Haven't they?
Not unless we club together.
Yeah. Might have to ask our significant others for one. They might have one, but
Yes.
I doubt it.
It's
Does anyone have
Stanley
banker?
Kubik's 2001 is actually 53 years old today.
Mm.
Well,
So, but yes, apparently it was the completion of it and all the rest of it when it was handed out. So,
Yeah,
David says easy if you know them.
always
absolutely.
the way, isn't it?
Mm. But, yeah, the new £50 note has got Alan Turing on it, and there's a few like codes to break on it. There's a little bit of Morse code on it and stuff like that.
Well, you can't spend it until you break the code.
yeah,
Yes, very good.
Oh,
it was good fun that.
good job.
Rob Wood got 26.
So anything high teens, I reckon, is a good rate.
Oh, well, I'll take that then with 17 and a half. I've just squeezed in. Good job. The teacher has said it's a good job. I'll take that.
we get a C minus.
Yes. Nastro 150 says, "Good questions, Nathan. Glad you weren't my teacher."
Yeah.
Aren't we all?
Tell you what, it's the Yasser Arafat realm. Surprisingly difficult, I bet, wasn't it? Because it's like 80s,
Yes.
90s, wasn't
Yeah,
it? And it's
so-
like, it's such a long time ago now.
I must admit, amazing. I did get all the African ones correctly, but yes, that was all right. I was all right with all of that. So which
Tony
mark
rated
of
them-
Spitfire was the last one then?
I think it's
16.
something like Mark 9. Oh, I don't know.
God knows.
It'd be a
There's a photo
PR,
reconnaissance mission over the jungle.
it'd be a PR-24 or something like that, or a
Something like that.
PR-19 was the last of the
19, was it?
photo reconnaissance ones, wasn't it?
Everyone's putting it in blooming Roman numerals. PR.
Mark 22.
22, everyone's saying. So
21.
yeah.
Yeah, there's all sorts in it. Look, Richard.
It says Gaddafi.
4, 21, 22. 6,400, yeah.
Yeah,
22,
the
24.
PR mark. Oh God, they're all on Spitfire 24. F24. I was going to say, would it have been an F back in those days? They would have changed it to the F designation, wouldn't they? So,
Possibly.
mind you, a lot of people saying the PR. So yeah, that's what's that? 14? No, 19. Mark 19.
Griffin was a 24.
It's in the Airfix 148 kit. You can do it. PS 888.
Not the one on the box art, is it?
No.
That's a good one.
It's- Let's have a look. I'm going to have a quick butchers at the kit now.
Yeah,
Yes, it
because
is.
like Robin's pointed out, wasn't it the Mark 19? Because this, I don't know
Yeah,
if that was
the
the last
PR-19.
built Spitfire. Because they call it the last one, don't they? Which is the one
Oh, yeah,
owned by
it's
Rolls Royce.
Just the Roman numeral. It's Mark 19, yeah. X.
Yeah, PR-19. It was the last dedicated photo recon one, wasn't it?
Oh, it's not a bubble top one.
No.
It flew. There's an article. There's loads of newspaper articles on it. Weirdly,
Oh, look, yeah.
Andrew
Touchy
Stevens says,
subject.
great quiz, Nathan. Got 24. Need to push up on my aircraft recognition.
I remember doing aircraft recognition in the Air Cadets. I don't think anyone would have got stuff like that, like mid-interwar French and Dutch stuff. You'd have no chance, would you? What happened to the last Spitfire? Did they scrap it?
Well, the last Spitfire is the Battle of Britain Memorial Flight. I've got it. It's owned by Rolls Royce because it's got written on it. The last.
Yeah.
So,
It's not a bad choice for a build.
but again, that's not a bubble top. I thought it would have been the bubble tops would have been the last one.
It's in that weird blue-grey scheme.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one that wrote NHS. Thank you, NHS. On
Yeah.
the bottom, isn't it?
Ah. They just
Yeah, apparently
Right.
the Mark 24 was the last mark of it.
But that was the last opera. I mean, it's
But
still.
perhaps it's the last operational Spitfire was the Mark 19.
Last mission.
Because obviously
yeah.
it's photo reconnaissance. So,
From
yeah,
Aria
which makes
7.
sense. Perhaps it was the last operational, not the last version of.
Well, if you get the PR19 Airfix 72 kit, it's on the box art.
Hold on, which is the one I've got?
Do you know what? It's not the most exciting scheme, is it? It's just like grey and grey.
Which one's the Kit Kat kit?
Yeah, that's what I was looking at, to be honest. That is a Mark 14.
Oh, is that a 14, is it?
So that's a 14. Because that's not the Merlin one, is it? Isn't that the Griffin?
It's a Griffin, and it's on the box art for the 48. Yeah, then can you get it anywhere then? That looks pretty
Yeah,
cool.
they've got it down in there. So 2nd Tactical Air Force, Germany, 1950 to 1951. And that's a Mark 14, which is that one.
Right.
So,
It's well and surely it's the jet age by the mid 50s.
Look, never opened mine. Still got the Kit Kat in it. Is it worth anything?
Oh God.
Is the Kit Kat
That's
still in
lovely.
date? More to the point.
No. How long you had that kit? It's about 2-year-old now, isn't it? 3?
Well, I got it sent, didn't I? It's one of my freebies out of Airfix. My one and only. That's why I'm keeping it. It's the only free thing I've ever had out of Airfix in my life.
I can't believe you haven't taken the Kit Kat.
Well, to be honest, so am I. But I've got a fridge full, so it defeats the
A
object.
Kit Kat won't go off, will it? I say,
I say a Kit Kat. Can that ever go off? I don't know. So.
The chocolate will go white, won't it?
it just
it'll
goes
be right, won't it?
like, doesn't it?
Oh,
Simple sugar.
We've still got a family-sized bag of opal fruits. That the best before date on it was 1998.
I was going to say, surely they got ditched, didn't they, around about 2000 when they became thingies,
it's all
wasn't it?
better.
Proper opal fruits, not whatever they became.
Oh, get them on eBay. You probably make
Yeah,
a
we
fortune.
found them when we were clearing out Lynn's mum's house. We found them in a drawer and kept them, and best before 1998.
I bet they're still edible. In those days, they had so many chemicals in them to keep them fresh. They last forever.
But you never get the wrappers off them.
Probably not. No.
They got the original wrapping and everything for them.
Yeah. Remember the big yellow bags?
Yeah.
Oh, it's one of those
Round the
ones,
bag,
yeah.
Is it a hand?
Unopened.
Are they at hand so you could go and get it so you could show it?
Phone Lynn and get them in.
What?
So if anybody wants a snack at Telford, we're offering opal fruits on Flory products.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to have opal fruits on our stand. You might not be able to open your mouth after you put one in.
If
Yeah,
not
straight to
filling, you
18.
might want to skip it.
Chris is saying the last PR19 was used for the Met research in 1958. There you
Paul,
go.
the Kit Kat thing was just a promotional thing for people like Phil, reviewers.
Yeah, it wasn't, because that was the thing.
There was
Because
a
we all
stand
thought
with it,
everybody was
yeah.
going to get a Kit Kat. What they did was they put a sticker on,
Yeah.
and then in the box you get this, which is done on a sprue. It's a real
Yeah.
Kit Kat, but it's just placed on top of a sprue. It's not actually part of it, but it's made to look like it's actually part of it. But these weren't have, and it has like have a break. But
No, Lynn must have moved them. They were in the drawer where I knew they were, but they have got them somewhere. Yeah.
But anyway, we all thought at the time that this was going to go with every single one because they didn't tell us, but they weren't. It was literally just for the reviewers got this version of. The others, it's blanked. There's nothing there. So there's only a sticker onto it and you get an extra sprue in it. So anyway, whilst all the other reviewers cut theirs open and ate it and all the rest of it, I was like, I'm not going to review it. I'm going to keep it. So it'd be worth something in one day. So that was the whole point.
Quite rare, actually, won't it? Because they won't have made many of them.
No, so don't tell anyone, but I never even reviewed it because everybody else reviewed it. And I thought, I'm not being one of the sheep. So if they want to go and knock themselves out, that's probably why they never send me anything.
That's going to be one of the rarest epic kits on the market.
It'll be nearly as rare as the Motorhead Bomber.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Says here that
Yeah.
With the second edition, it's exactly the same as the first edition. And
but it's the second edition.
Yeah. What edition are they on now?
I don't know. It's gone now again, isn't it? It's it.
That's what I'm saying. They'll bring out another edition soon.
I'm not being funny. It won't be too bad if they actually re-released the 8111 kit because it's actually a very good kit in that scale and the route.
Yeah, I love Phil.
I know the Azagala one's coming out, isn't it? As a rebox from Hobby 2000, but it's a different version, isn't it?
Mm.
So we've got David's put up that the Spitfires flew 1,800 operational sorties against Malayan communists. The last operation was PS 888 that flew from RAF Seletar in Singapore to photograph areas of the jungle in Johor in Malaysia. And then Keith's asking, what marks of Spitfire still fly with the Battle of Britain?
well, they've got a few though, haven't they?
Yeah, they've got lots of different versions, haven't they?
Yeah.
Are they moving? Are they moving base soon?
Again, this is one of those ones where I've heard various rumours, and then it's sort of been faux pas. But Scampton's supposed to be closing, isn't it, at some point? And then, sorry, I'm just trying to do something here.
It's quite a good museum visit. Obviously, you don't go in the airshow season because they're not there, but I remember going around that in the one winter, and they've got 5 or 6 Spitfires off the top of my head.
But yes, but they're on about moving them, aren't they, to Duxford? The entire Battle of Britain Memorial flight is to move to Duxford, and they're on about flattening the, what's it called, the Land Warfare Museum, to build the new hangars for the Battle of Britain Memorial flight to move in there. But I don't know, it seems to have all gone very quiet on that.
Well, Ben's put up, they've got a Mark II, a Mark 5B, a Mark 9, a Mark 16, and a PR19.
Yeah, it's 6 they've got into something like that.
6.
2 Hurricanes, 5 Lancasters.
Apparently, the Red Arrows are moving to Waddington.
Yeah.
So perhaps there is a lot of truth in this, where obviously, because if they're going to mothball the base, they're going to have to go, aren't they? Somewhere.
I wonder if
Conning's
it's all
better.
for development.
Hey.
The
yeah.
BDMF are staying at Coningsby for the foreseeable future.
I don't know. Perhaps because I say it was a few years ago now, before all this terrible thing happened with the pandemic. But I spoke to a couple of people, and they were sort of in the sort of planning things of it. But I don't know if it ever came to anything, because I've sort of lost contact with everything that's gone on, and that was obviously over a year ago back now, where they were on about flattening it and building a nice big centre for it, and it's going to be a big thing. But if that's going to go ahead now, who knows, with all cutbacks and various things. Let's face it, the world's a different place now.
Yeah, a lot of plans have been. Current out of service date for BVMF is 2030 with possible extension to 2050.
So they're saying 5 squadrons been disbanded to create space at Waddington. Bet they're happy.
Waddington's a big base, isn't it? So.
Used to have a good earshot, Waddington.
Isn't that where the AWACS are based, Waddington?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they stopped doing the air shows there. That was our local air show, wasn't it?
Hey, and that and lack of aeroplanes to be there.
Yeah. But they resurfaced the runway, didn't they, and closed it for a year, and it was supposed to be open the following year. But then, because they got the AWACS there and they got the drones there as well.
The new AEWs, they've got a lot of. The drones are there. They have like those Reaper squadrons.
Fly them out of there, don't they? So because of that, they didn't want people walking around the airfield that could do damage.
Here's a question for you, Sea Harrier people. How do you adjust the wing angles on a Sea Harrier so that the wheels work out level?
That's a really easy hack on Sea Harrier undercarriage. So you put your wingtip undercarriage on, you put your nose undercarriage on, and you put the middle one on last.
Yes.
Always make sure that it's level.
So it sits nicely.
It sits on the others, yeah.
It tends to sit. Yeah.
Yeah, always put the big gear, which is the main gear, on last, because otherwise it rocks side to side. So if you do it the other way round, it's absolutely, 5 point.
Learn from making mistakes on that one.
Big hammer.
Yeah.
Just do it in flight.
Do it hovering, get rid of the problem totally.
Yeah, exactly.
Rob Wood got 26 on the quiz.
Did he?
Did he?
Yeah.
Well done,
it was
Rob.
the planes that got him. He got the first plane, but he didn't get the others.
Wow. Good on you.
Let's go.
Good job. Right, anyone got any questions? Post up any questions you might have now.
If not, we might have to talk about certain
I
manufacturers.
was going to say, if not, we're going to start talking about AK and how good it is.
I wasn't going to say the name, Philip. I was just hinting.
I could
Apparently,
put them live on the shop so that people can see them but don't buy them. But then some will probably buy them.
No, you're not doing anything of the sort.
David's saying that the 736 Hawks at Culdrose would be transferred to 100 Squadron at the end of the year. Well, they've only got 7 now, unfortunately, because one came down the other day.
We can get Tony, if you want any of the books, we can order them in for you if you're interested. Just message Andy.
Did we enjoy the F1? The other with Ben's
Who?
asking.
What?
Did we like the Formula 1?
Yeah, it was actually.
did.
I think it's going to be interesting this year. I think next year will still be the proper, where it's going to get proper interesting. But yeah, still a good race. Tactics are being played.
And Christopher's asking what we've got planned for the Anzac SIG. I'm doing a Spitfire. I think. I'm going to do Pramjet Spitfire and Aussie markings.
Do you know what? I might do an F111 because I still want to do an F111 so I can do an Aussie pig and get round that problem.
I'm not saying what I'm doing because it's going to be a video build, so we'll have to wait
I'm
and
doing
see.
that one.
Oh. Because John, obviously, now he's sponsored by Kitty Hawk.
Yes.
And he's only allowed to build Kitty Hawk for the rest of this year.
I think that'd be cool, John. I think that'd be really good.
I'm trying to think what I'm doing, but I'm doing a Hawk.
You'll still be on the C66, so I won't even think about it, Andy.
You still got to make the launch catapult for that.
No, I've given up on that idea for now. It's going to be a different build.
How long we got left for C66? 3 weeks, is it?
Not long.
Yeah, I'm not going to say that
End of
anymore. I get
April,
slated
innit?
for it.
End of April. It's only the third.
Yes, it is 8:47 in the UK right now. We are on summertime these days. We've slightly moved.
But it's dark.
But it's now dark. But it won't take long. Summer days are coming. Be nice in the evenings.
Yeah.
Soon we'll
will
be able to
be.
sit in a pub of an evening. Apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me and John could be cooking in our sheds.
Yes.
I'm gonna get
Yeah,
I'm
Matt
gonna
will
get-
soon have the sun blazing through his door like a scene from The Exorcist.
it will be. I'll be stopping at work. I might get the thermometer and put one in to see how warm it gets in here. Have you got one in yours, John?
No, I haven't. I ought to, really.
He's all right.
Yeah.
He's full of sheep. He's fine.
That's why it gets really hot. He's proper thermal insulated with his sheepskin lining.
My C6 nearly done anyway.
You haven't painted the propeller.
I've primed it when we were waiting for to come on earlier on here.
And the front windscreen don't fit.
It does fit. It's massive. I think because I put plenty of PVA on it, it's sort of like
What, stretched?
You've managed to bridge the gap.
yeah.
Is it still masked up?
Yeah, on the outside, it's not on the inside. Yeah.
Oh, so it's not cracked then.
Nah,
That's all right.
it's all right.
When you're deckling it,
I'm going to give it a gloss coat. It was supposed to have been today,
yeah.
and then so depends on what time we finish today. Whether or not I get a
I
gloss
was going
coat.
to say,
on,
we haven't
it's
stopped
tomorrow.
you. Crack on.
You crack up. You're over it on. We can watch you paint.
Yeah, you're right.
The viewers
Okay.
would like that.
That's it. Right, hold on. We've got a couple of questions here. Goth says, what would everyone call a AAA company, and does it differ between the scale and subject type, i.e. aircraft, armour, and helicopters?
Oh, no.
So, so from the team's point of view, who would you call a AAA company? Just the AAAs?
God, that's a hard question, isn't it? Sammy is the obvious answer, but I would say Edard for their newer kits. Not AAA, even with the iffy decals.
See, I put that AMK with them because the quality of the kits are fantastic. Just that.
Well, you can't buy
Yeah, we're
any.
talking about kits, not what?
Yeah, say AMK then.
Yeah, forgetting
Right.
availability.
Yeah.
Great Wall.
Well, like
Yeah,
Wing
Great
Nut
Wall.
Wings, Bandai.
What about Zukimura?
Yeah, probably I would put Zucamora in there.
What about Armour Hobbies and ICM?
I think ICM have still got a little bit to go.
Yeah.
But certainly Armour Hobbies from a 72nd point of view, then yeah. Because they're great kits. Can't fault them.
What about Ryfield?
Never done
Yeah.
them.
They're good kits, though, aren't they?
I'm still doing this when I think of that bloody kit. I'm still like, I haven't got past Christmas yet. But it's a lovely kit, don't get me wrong. It's just, for my next trick, I'm going to build the model base flanker.
Yeah. Main Tackham.
Going to build the 4th bridge.
Yeah.
I think our chat have a sense of humour. Matchbox, Mac 2. Wrong.
They've had a drink now, it's fine.
Old is not a bad shout, actually. They're really good.
Yeah.
Fine
So
old stuff's
Main
pretty good.
Tackham are
What about
there.
Hasagawa?
It's just there's too much range in there. Well, there isn't. Tammy's very
Again, I
good.
think the trouble with Hasegawa is if you had said 10 years ago, then obviously they're a AAA company. I don't think anyone can doubt it because they did beautiful kits. But they seem to have just not moved. Like, really, what has Hasegawa done to push the hobby on? And they haven't done anything new. They're just good at what they do, but they haven't pushed the envelope anyway.
Anyway, for me now, it's Ravel.
Well, yeah,
AAA
we know
all the
now
way
you're on Ravel. And obviously, John's going to say Kitty Hawk.
Kitty Hawk, definitely.
Absolutely.
Paul Lewis has said Tamiya, yeah.
Yeah.
Bandai, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bandai, yeah.
Italeri.
No, mate, no. I've got to disagree with that one.
That's,
2 out of 3 ain't bad, but
Yeah.
not Delirium. No.
Yeah, I don't think.
Sorry.
Yeah, Tarry wouldn't get my vote.
No, they do some proper tack, they do.
From my point of view, if you were talking of like what you call the pure AAA companies, I think obviously you've got Tamiya, Wingnut Wings, Zucamori, Bandai. They're the ones which you know, with a couple of exceptions, as we know, the Sea Harry and all the rest of it crap. But normally of their modern kits, if you're going to buy a kit, you know it's going to go together and you're going to have a beautiful kit when you walk away. You're not going to have any problems. The instructions will be good, so forth and so on all the way through. And you're not really going to need anything aftermarket, you know? From my point of view, after that, yeah, okay, Edard really doing a fantastic job, especially when I think if you probably look at their budget for R&D against the big boys, I think they do exceptionally well. But other companies like Meng, say Ryfield Models of this world, Tackham even, and things like that for armour, they're all good, solid companies. So I'd probably call them AA, you know, because they're there, but...
I think it's odd now because I don't think there's really like. I think Bandai are the best of the best.
Oh, I think if you had to pick one, I would still always say Bandai.
But I know they don't do sort of aircraft and stuff, but for what they do with their injection molding and how the fit is and that, Bandai are by far better than any of the other manufacturers for me, I think.
Yeah.
I think, like we've said before, you know, everybody, I think Tamiya set the benchmark for years, haven't they? But I think there's a lot of companies that are coming out who are getting to that level, to be honest. I don't think Tamiya's progressed anymore. I think they've...
I agree. I think they've plateaued a little bit over the last few years.
I think they're being safe with what they're doing, and I don't blame them. They're running a business.
Yeah.
I mean, people are putting up about price. We take price out of it. Forget how much things cost. Just as in buildability. When you open the box to finishing it, Bandai for me would be the only AAA one in there.
Yeah.
I don't think the others
I
are
must admit, I agree. If you were looking at it from that, yeah. Bandai, the only
I've
one.
seen some arguments online with Bandai is what have they actually released recently that's new? I mean, they're famed for their Star Wars stuff, but that was quite a few years ago now. They released a lot of that Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, we don't get.
Yeah, but we don't get it because we're in the European market.
They stopped with the Star Wars stuff, didn't they?
Yeah.
But if you look at their Gundam stuff, that's still going.
Yeah.
You know.
I know it's that our genre, but that Gundam stuff's different level.
Oh, it is. You know, you remember when
It
I
is
built
different.
the Kai, various, you know, all right, rightly or wrongly with that build, but the way they
Yeah.
can produce a sprue with a hand on it, which is one piece injection molded that you cut off and then it's workable, I still can't get my head around how that works. Apparently it's multi-part injection, but it looks like it's just in silver, but apparently it's done in 3 levels, so it makes it work. But you cut it out from the sprue, and then you can fold all the fingers, and it's totally posable. How they do that with one-piece injection molding, which I know it's not, I know it's 3, but from the point of view it looks like it's on one sprue, is still, I just can't understand how they do it.
Do you know what? Paul's just put a figure up. Bandai bring nothing out for us armor modelers, and they don't for aircraft.
No.
I tell you, if they did, the
Yeah.
other companies will pack in.
Yes.
They might as well shut the doors and go, yeah, we've done that. Because if Bandai start to go into that, I reckon they'd just blow everybody out of the water.
And to be honest, I've always said that's my big thing. It would be, I know they do a few things which are almost that way. Obviously, we've seen lots of stuff with Star Wars and stuff, but I've said if they was to ever bring out a Spitfire or a 109 or something, a Mustang, something that's bread and butter, you just know it would be epic. You know, so in some ways it's a good job they don't.
They used to do some aircraft years ago.
Oh yeah, back in the day.
Yeah.
Probably 70s, sort of that era, wasn't it?
Yeah, they did a 0 and stuff. I think I actually had a 0 in 24th scale. It was bigger stuff, but I mean that was probably when there was like a fledgling company. Now they're, you know, but what they do, I mean, subject matter's irrelevant. We're not on about that, but it's how they do it. I think it's not what they do; it's just how they do it. How they mold multiple colours on sprues, like you said, and you know, and how stuff goes together. It's the engineering and the thought behind it of how they're built. I think the only other is probably Tamiya is probably the next behind them for how they set stuff out to be built.
Yeah.
You know, you can't really go wrong with a Tamiya kit, can you, when you're building it? It's your own fault if you mess it up, not them.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's probably many other companies after that you can, because I've never built as a Kimura, so I wouldn't know, but it's kind of a Japanese thing, I think, as well, isn't it? So, I don't know. My thoughts only, but yeah.
No, I think, you know, at the end of the day is that AAA companies, they have their place, but obviously you're paying at a certain price. And then, you know, the great thing about this hobby is you have got different tiers all the way down. So if you don't want to spend 100 quid on a kit, there's one out there that's 70 quid, and there's another one out there that's 50 quid, and there's another one out there that's 30 quid. So you have got different, you know, available to you. And we've done it before, and I've done it personally, where I've taken a 20 quid kit and turned it into, with the aid, admittedly, of some aftermarket, but into anything that Tamiya could do and better. Did it with the 109, with the Revell 109, a few aftermarket bits in there, re-riveted it, did all the bits and pieces, and I think that stands up head and shoulders against anything that Tamiya could release now. If they was to do a 109, I think mine would probably be better than it, you know? But that goes for that thing. You do need different price breaks in the hobby for all the different markets out there, you know, because as I say, a lot of people can't afford 100 quid on a kit. You know, people have a top end and that's what they want to spend, and they will go to that area. And that's the nice thing with this. You can spend £30, £70, £90, £120 on a kit if you wanted to, you know. You pays your money, you take your choices. And again, it's a good job you do.
Depends what you want out of the hobby as well, isn't it? I mean, if all I had to do was build Bandai kits, I would get bored very quickly, I think. Because I quite like the construction side of it.
Yeah.
And if they're just going together, you know, chucking them up in the air and they're landing together, you know, I'd get bored with that.
Yeah.
Plus they don't do Star Trek.
And they don't do Star Trek.
Yeah.
But it is that, you know, like I said before, it is that thing. The great thing in the hobby is if you wanted to, you could take a basic kit and you could do a lot of scratch building to it, and you can make your own parts and your various things. You can turn out with something very nice. Or you get other people, and money is literally no object, and they will spend 200 quid on a kit and that's all they need. They don't need anything else. But again, it doesn't make it right or wrong, because personally, from my point of view, some of my favourite builds and the ones I sit back here and think, do you know what, I really enjoyed that, is probably not the expensive kits. It's not the Tamiya kits of this world. You know, it's things like the Fly Wessex that Matt has behind him normally when he's in the studio at PM. It's like that. To be honest, it takes a lot of work. You know, it's you've got all the parts, but it's not molded in there for you. You've got to add it all in there and do your bits, and you've got to work at it to make it work. The Bear, which is a horrible kit, you know, it's a very old basic kit. We re-riveted it, did the thing to it. I've got a real sense of achievement once it's done. You know, you walk away from it and think, you know what, that came out really well. You know. So,
Sounds like someone should have a crack at a bison then.
Yeah, I think someone should do the bison. I say someone, not me.
Yeah, John.
John, Comrade Buller, we will donate it to you. You got the room to do it in there.
I'm the patient, obviously. I'm the skills.
Quick one from Nicholas. He's saying, when will High Altitude Hobbies get a restock of Dark Dirt Wash? To be honest, it only literally got bottled yesterday. So it's going to be winging its way, because we're in Easter now. We can't get the courier pickup until Tuesday. So I'm hoping that Brett will have it in his grubby little mitts by the end of the week. So he should have it by Friday, or if not, be beginning the next week before he can get it up online. But it is going out to him. He has got his allocation going through.
Cool. So that's about it. I think we're at 9 o'clock, peeps.
Yes.
So just a quick one for anybody who wants to buy anything from the PM store before we leave. It's up until the discount code finishes at midnight. So
yes. So don't forget, we got all the various. Sorry, wrong one. There we go.
Left
Store. There it is. We have all the various kits in here. So till midnight, all the. If you want Academy.
I want looking Academy.
Oh, is it a bit sold out? All right, sorry. Pick somebody else. Who have you got a lot of?
Yeah, pick something we got a lot of. No Academy.
Okay.
Anybody got them?
We've got Armour Hobbies.
There you go. We've got some armour. Look,
lots of Armour Hobbies. And I'll tell you what, when they do some 48 scale kits, and they're brilliant, they'll be AAA as well. Because in 72nd World, they're almost AAA. Gorgeous
Technically,
kits.
the actual cut-off time is 11:59. So
okay,
okay, 11:59 then. So yeah,
that's it. And then up until probably I go to bed, you've got the deals down in here on the various sanders and various things down in here. So we've got a couple of big deals going on down in there. Full set of pigments. We've got any left yet? I think we just refresh it, make sure we've still got some. So we've got 3 left of the pigment sets. And various things down in there as well, and obviously we've got the sander sets on offer, so 34 instead of 45 as well, so good dealing on the full set down in there. And obviously starter sets, although there's only 8 left, so grab them whilst you can, people. They are all up there as we can. So yes, good job. Right, don't forget, I'm on holiday next week, so I'm not here, so we've got no live shows next week, so this lot are all on holiday as well. So they don't have to come on and do any live stuff as well. But we'll be back with you a week on Tuesday, where I'll be doing the Q&A show, obviously, for the Flory members. And then we'll be back with you on the Wednesday after that for the PM show with, obviously, Matt and Andy as well. We'll probably be surrounded by AK at that point. I expect you all in T-shirts. I want you in everything. But most importantly, we're wishing you all a very, very happy Easter. We hope you have a nice little break over the Easter period, and hopefully life in the UK is certainly getting on track when Boris lets us out on the 12th to have a pint, which, to be honest, is the only one I'm waiting for. I don't care about any of the rest, but I'd like to sit in a beer garden and have a pint and a burger as we make our way through. So, yes.
Yeah.
Before we go, someone's asked where the last flying Vulcan is. It's not flying anymore. It's been grounded, and it's at Doncaster.
Yes.
Yeah.
At the Doncaster, is it actually at Doncaster Airport?
Yeah,
it's got its own hangar there, hasn't it?
It's got its own hangar at the airport. Yeah.
Yeah, and someone's asking, does the new AK have glass? I don't think it does it?
I don't know. I must admit, I haven't been through it like that. When we get it in, we'll have a proper
I've been
look
through it about
and
10
go
times,
through
and
it
I
all.
can't think.
I don't know, to be honest.
So yes, we will find out about it, and obviously we'll be back with all the various things. And again, we're going to do various demos and on tests with it as well, and show you guys and showcase it and everything else like that. Yes, Robin Hood Airport.
Yeah.
Yeah, Robin Hood
with
Airport,
the Sherwood
Doncaster.
people, which in some
If you
ways
look
I'm
on
glad
the-
it's not flying anymore, because every time it landed, you used to hold your breath. So don't break it, don't break it. I remember seeing it come into Riyadh once on arrivals day, and it bounced, and you could hear everybody go because it literally hit the runway and slightly bounced a bit and come down. It's like, Jesus, just land it, don't fly it anymore, because every time it sort of landed, you sort of held your breath. So
And
yes.
if you look on one of the wings, you should see my son's name on a plaque on it.
Yeah, he did. He just graffitied it. Be honest, he snuck in there with a spray can.
It looks
Definitely.
like real colour do have glass.
Yes, apparently they are saying there is a half glass in real colours.
245.
245.
245.
Oh, well, there you go. See, we're all in there as well. Right, let me just check all the different areas. I think we're all good down in there. Airfix AAA company. They're getting there. Give them time. They never know. They'll be there one day, maybe.
245. Yes, I agree. That is, yeah.
Yes. So there we go. They do have that as well. Right. Thank you very much for joining us. We will see you obviously in a couple of weeks' time. Please have a happy Easter. Stay safe. Take care of yourselves. And most of all, have happy modelling. So say goodnight, everybody. We are going to be out of here. Cheers, guys. We'll see you again soon. Don't forget to like the like button. We'll see if we get 100 likes. That'd be a good one. If not, we're not coming back. Anyway, see you later, guys. Cheers. Bye.
Bye.
Keep saying bye. I've got to click us out of everywhere because we're on everywhere.